UW-La Crosse is ranked number 34 for out-of-state students among public universities nationwide.
UW-La Crosse is ranked as one of the most military-friendly schools in the nation.
UW-La Crosse is number 24 among medium colleges and universities for Peace Corps volunteers.
All right, and we're back. So we're gonna play a little game here. You're involved in the radio, so I assume you have a pretty good musical knowledge. And I didn't say you were bragging, but you may have been embellishing that you like music a little bit.
Embellishing.
Maybe it's not the right. I'm not an English major. Maybe that's not the right word. I can't be sure. But we're gonna play, I believe, 4 songs, and you're gonna have to guess them. So hopefully the people in the back can get song number 1 ready. Here we go.
Who sings it? Well, we're gonna travel back in time a little bit, I feel like.
Oh, quite a way. At least to the 90s, if not the 70s.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I know the song. I could probably finish that lyric.
Can you?
But
finish it. On the spot, finish it.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you.
Touche.
I don't know the artist though,
Touche.
but you know,
Are you
I know
sure?
it's back there a little while.
I'm gonna give it to you.
All right.
Rod Stewart.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you should check. Maybe you should check him out next time.
I can visualize what he looks like. He's kind of a goofy-looking dude with some short blonde hair. Right?
Goofy or cute? I mean, it's really your opinion.
It's flexible.
It is. All right, let's hit him with song number 2. I guess we're not gonna hit him with song number 2.
All right.
Technical difficulties in the back. So, we're gonna continue talking about music, festivals, all the fun stuff.
All right.
Speaking of fun things, how was your St. Patty's Day? It's pretty recent.
I was recovering from spring break, actually.
Oh, where did you go?
I went to Long Beach, California, and traveled around LA a little bit, crammed into a car with 5 friends, and made it work, I guess, just seeing California vibes.
So you do the straight across in one day spread?
No, the first on the way there, we stopped in York, Nebraska. Not much to see in York, Nebraska.
Believe it or not, I've been in Nebraska. Not a lot.
Not a lot.
You could pretty much fall asleep from Minnesota to the West Coast and just really not miss anything.
You know, speaking of radio, though, too, and traveling, in Utah.
They have some cool stations, actually, from what I've experienced. But how was yours?
Utah was interesting, to be honest with you, in general. Like, you feel like you're in a video game. You're, like, weaving through, like, mountains, and then you turn on the radio, and it's just, like, nothing, like crickets kind of thing. Las Vegas, though. Las Vegas and LA.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You know the rules.
Yeah. The radio in Vegas and LA is just meant to party to. Like, you're cruising down the street, any station you go to, it's some classic song that you just want to rock out to. So definitely some improvement on the West Coast in terms of radio.
I mean, it's not the Midwest, but I guess it'll do.
Yeah, definitely.
So do you have any big plans for summer, big undertaking, besides festivals, obviously?
Besides festivals, making money.
Oh, how's that going?
Well, I'm a little on the broke side at the moment. You know?
You go to college? How's that?
I've been trying to work on campus a lot, and that doesn't always pay off very well. So hopefully,
it doesn't.
Get a big girl job.
A big girl money. Internship or a real job?
Probably just a job, to be honest.
Job's a job. We're gonna have to take another break here. We're gonna talk about nebulas.
More beautiful image in the galaxy than that of a nebula. But what is a nebula? The most general definition of the term is a cloud of interstellar gas and dust. But it turns out that there are several different types. Emission nebula actually emit colored light. These nebula are neat because they are often birthing grounds for new stars. The opposite of an emission nebula is a planetary nebula. Here, stars are in the process of dying and are losing layer after layer of gas to the interstellar winds. Even more dramatic are supernova remnants. These are stars that didn't wait to die. They blew up. A nuclear reaction to the core of the star causes the whole thing to implode on itself. The gases get superheated and explode outward to create these stunning displays. Reflection nebula are a completely different story. These formations are made up of dust clouds that are fine enough to reflect starlight. Perhaps the most striking nebula are dark nebulas. Dark nebula are clouds of dust and rock and interstellar junk that block the light behind them. The heavens are filled with entrancing images like these. We've only begun to scratch the surface of what else is out there amongst the stars.
All right, and we're back after that interesting space knowledge. All right, so I'm here with the guitarist from the rock reggae band Moon Boot Posse, Paul Matushek. Thanks for coming. I just want to come out and say thank you right away.
Well, thank you for having me.
Awesome. So, being a musician, how long have you been playing music?
I've been playing since I was a little kid. There was a guitar always laying around, and luckily my parents let me start taking lessons when I was 6.
So you got your first instrument from your parents, or
Yeah.
was it a hand-me-down?
It was a hand-me-down. It was my dad's. My dad played in bands back in the 60s and 70s.
Cool. So musical family, keeping the tradition alive.
A little bit, yeah.
Nice. Awesome. So did you teach yourself to play, or did you take lessons?
A little of both. I took lessons locally from a guy named Clay Rhinus, who now gives lessons at Dave's Guitar Shop, and he is amazing. He's made it really fun, and we had a great time.
Isn't that the key, though?
Yeah.
Making an instrument fun? Like,
yeah.
it's so key to learning it.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm assuming you've had a few bands growing up. What was your first band's name?
My first band was called Reptilian Love Machine. We played a bunch at the warehouse.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, you've been in lacrosse your whole life?
Yeah.
Born and
moved
raised?
to Missouri for a while, but yeah, born and raised lacrosse.
Nice. What high school did you go to?
Actually, Holman High School.
Did you participate in the band, or were you too rock for that?
No, I was too rock for that.
Of course. Naturally. So your current band, Moon Boot Posse, how long have you been playing with them?
I believe it was the end of '07 when we reformed. There was an initial incarnation in the early 2000s, and I was not a part of that.
This has been a pretty wide undertaking.
Yeah.
Like a decade almost, maybe a little more.
Yes.
Cool. So, as you've progressed since your first band to this band and beyond, has your music style changed with you, or have you always remained the same?
No, it's been all over the place. It's been an ongoing process. Started off totally metal growing up, and then I kind of got in a little rap, and then I got way into Hendrix, then moved into bluegrass and jam, a lot of funk music. Now it's all one giant conglomerate, sort of like that wonderful Nebula clip we got to see earlier.
Just a bunch of space junk.
Yep. Yeah, now it's definitely way out in outer space now.
So, Moon Boot Posse, what genre would you say you guys are?
It's real eclectic. We do mostly originals, but we have a big variety of cover songs we do, and our style is morphed into some heavy funk and a little bit of jam music, but mostly under the wide umbrella of rock and roll.
Always a good umbrella.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. So, how many members are there in Moon Boot Posse?
There's 4 of us.
Okay, so you're the guitarist.
Yeah, there's another guitarist, and he does most of the singing, and then bass and drums.
Okay.
We all take turns singing, but
Nice.
But the one guy does the most.
Have you been singing your whole life as well, or is that something?
It's been a gradual progression.
Yeah.
I didn't sing all the time before, but
it's
coming on with a little more confidence here and there.
Isn't that the key?
Yeah, or a little less pretensions or inhibitions, shall I say?
That's probably the term for it. So, you've been playing in lacrosse here and been around lacrosse. Has the music scene gotten better